Could be just a baby doll, but also it could be a place where you can secrete or hide drugs.
New Yorkers let this guy become their mayor. New York City Mayor Eric Adams uses AI to make robocalls in languages he doesn't speak. Thanks to AI tools, New York City Mayor Eric Adams has sent a barrage of robocalls to residents in languages he doesn't speak. Isn't this literally illegal? Didn't they make robocalls illegal? Thousands of robocalls in Spanish, more than 250 in Yiddish, 160 in Mandarin, 89 in Cantonese, 23 in Haitian Creole. Does he think that people who speak Creole are going to be fooled into believing that he speaks, like that they would pick up the phone and think they're talking to Eric, or like they're hearing a personal call to them from the mayor of New York City in Creole? Yeah, he's just like me, for real. Wait, is it in his voice? Yeah, isn't it? Isn't that? Yeah, look, it's triggered pushback over how ethical it is for Adams to portray himself to potential voters as someone who speaks their native language when he actually doesn't. I think these are meant to be his voice in a different language. He should have one that does the gay voice. Yeah, true. That would be ethical, actually. Read Adams' statement in paragraph 5. Adams was also eager to talk about the robocalls his office had already made. I was excited when I had my voice go over the phone to a person who spoke Mandarin and they were able to hear their mayor speak to them in their language. He said in a press conference, people stop me on the street all the time and they say, I didn't know you speak Mandarin. He's like a child. Again, every single time I read anything about Mayor Eric Adams, I'm just reminded of that tweet where it's like, liberals after Adams wins the mayorship. Finally, a sensible, moderate Democrat who will bring reason and logic that radical leftists could never understand. And every single day since that election, Eric Adams saying, leprechauns are real and I want to eat them. When asked by a reporter about potentially misleading people to think he can speak multiple languages, Adams defended himself by saying it was a way to reach residents who speak languages other than English. Then, first of all, robocalls are unethical in and of themselves. But second of all, why not just, I don't know, publish information on a website in different languages? How does he even know what language to do to which house? Does he have a database on like, oh, this household speaks Creole? What? Census data? That's very specific census data. Or he could learn the language. I don't fault him for not learning every language spoken in New York City. That's probably every language.
When a person was shot doors from my house, I realized how important.
This is 12 years ago. State Senator Eric Adams. What?
Important my crusade is of removing illegal handguns off the streets of New York. Hi, I'm New York State Senator Eric Adams, and for 22 years I wore a bulletproof vest and stood on the street corners and protected children and families in the city of New York. I'm asking you to join me in this crusade of removing illegal handguns off our streets and
he was a cop.
Of our homes. Please come and join me inside my house as I show you how simple items such as bamboo paper can be an indicator of marijuana use, or a cut of straw can be an indicator of using cocaine. I will show you how to search a room to ensure that you remove illegal handguns and other contraband from your home. What I would like to show here is to empower parents on how to search a room inside their home. It's imperative that you should know what's inside your household. And no one can state that you can't search a room in your own home. You write the Constitution. There are no First Amendment rights inside your household. It is your obligation and responsibility not only to protect the child that may be using an illegal drug or carrying an illegal gun, but you also have to protect the members of the household, their younger brothers and younger sisters, and the other elder members of the household. So by periodically sending a message to your
I cannot believe you New York City fucks let this guy become your mayor. I can't believe you with your 2% voter turnout rate let this guy win the Dem primary. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Actually, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Actual dumb fucks. Too busy with your yee Tims? What are you, New York Wow. Boots with the wait. What were the Ninja Turtles saying in that one clip where people were saying they were sounding like New Yorkers? Pizza, Yankee with no brim. That's what you were doing instead of voting. Losers. New York City is a city of it's a city. City, not even a city, not even real. Cowabunga, dude. That's what New Yorkers are always saying. Please, if you hadn't read the story of him faking the picture of his dead friend. What?
Home, that there are no rooms off limits. You don't believe in locked doors. Your house is open to inspection by your house and the members of your house. The message is you expect your children to do what's right, but you always have to inspect what you expect. And that's the key to providing some preventive safety. So if you come to a room like this, you can start out, I always recommend to start out in a periodic fashion so you'll be used to going through the room to look at the various items in the room. You can look in the jewelry.
Dude, he's advocating parental stop and frisk. Mayor Eric Adams has often talked about a wrinkled photo of a fallen police officer he kept in his wallet. Now that photo and the story have been called into question. But the weathered photo of Officer Venable had not actually been spent decades in the mayor's wallet. It had been created by employees in the mayor's office in the days after Mr. Adams claimed to have been carrying it in his wallet. The employees were instructed to create a photo of Officer Venable according to a person familiar with the request. A picture of the officer was found on Google. It was printed in black and white and made to look worn as if the mayor had been carrying it for some time, including by splashing some coffee on it. What the f? Many of his stories are difficult to verify. At times he's been caught stretching the truth. The mayor, for example, said he was vegan before being forced to admit he eats fish. He said that a story he told in 2019 commencement address about intimidating a neighbor was true, but acknowledged it did not happen to him. More recently, Mr. Adams claims to have sold his stake in a one-bedroom apartment in Brooklyn, where again contradicted by recent financial disclosure forms that shows he still retains ownership. What the fuck is going on in New York City? They're too busy showing off their Yee Tims at the bodegas to vote in the Democratic primary. So all the boomer losers in the suburbs outside of New York voted in Adams, and you guys are all with the Tims, no brims. Dumbasses. Adams is the most hated New York City mayor, by the way, quickly earning another title as the most disliked mayor in America. Maybe you should have disliked him before he won the primary. Okay, moving on.
Jury box. A jury box of this nature, maybe a simple jury box, but if you look through it closely, you don't know what your child may be hiding. For instance, a gun could be hidden.
Look at this innocuous box. Now, this box may seem to be an opaque and solid rectangular prism. However, the purpose of a box is actually to conceal objects. If you lift the lid at the top of the box, what might you find? Fissilable uranium? A firearm? Cocaine? Who knows?
Caliber weapon could be hidden inside a jewelry box. Look at the various colognes and perfumes and photos and pictures. You should always, when your child brings in his popular knapsack with many different locations, look through it to see what exactly is your child carrying in addition to a book.
Leprechauns? Does he have, pulls out a leprechaun. Been looking for one of these. Get out of here, you scamp. No, 2 leprechauns.
Something simple as a crack pipe, a used crack pipe. Could he have found it
in their high school bag? Yeah, dude.
On the street? That's quite possible. But this is a discussion piece where you should start speaking with him to find out what is he doing with it and the whole use of drugs. This invokes conversation.
Sorry, guys. I don't have the crack pipe. I just have this. It's not even sized properly right now. What is it?
Look at picture frames and behind them, cameras. Try to determine what's taking.
Cameras? Did he just say what? Does he think your child might be operating some like snuff pornography ring out of their bed? What the fuck? What? Cameras? Who would put hidden cameras in their own room? Dennis from It's Always Sunny, I guess.
Taking place. Behind a picture frame, you can find bullets.
Stray bullets? Just random, just chilling. Yeah, that's where I keep mine. I keep all of my bullets, you know, like right here behind the little pig. You know, we've got Kaiman from Dorohedoro. You know, Leo Fotia crammed up his ass. Yeah, I would like. This is literally how Resident Evil houses are decorated. Oh, yeah, you think this guy's just played a fuck ton of Resident Evil? So he's like, you might find ammo hidden in small containers around the room. Now, the door that leads to your child's room might be locked with a complicated locking mechanism that requires you to assemble stone pieces, which when combined form the appearance of a Hydra. Now, you might have to look around a bit for these key pieces and rotate them for them to fit together. If you see green herbs, keep an eye out for red herbs.
What does that mean to find bullets? Does it mean your child is carrying a gun? No. Where there's smoke, there's possible fire.
What?
Where there's a bullet, there's possibly a gun. You should engage in the conversation and find out what are they doing with the item, and this empowers the parent.
Where did they keep the bullets in the gun? These breakable crates with yellow paint all over them. They look innocent enough, but if you strike them with a kick or with the back of your hand, you might find within them weapons, ammunition, perhaps even a Molotov cocktail.
Look at all the items inside the room and feel around and see what's the possibility. Something simple as a baby doll. Could be just a baby doll, but also it could be a place where you can secrete or hide drugs.
New Yorkers let this guy become their mayor. I can't. You guys are so beneath me. You are so beneath me. I grew up in Los Angeles thinking, man, I wish I lived in a city with bodegas, but holy shit. New Yorkers were too busy asking for bacon, egg, and cheese, the Aki way, sorry. Yeah, they were too... That's...
Run your hands over the pillows and see if you feel anything that's unusual. Like a pillow like this where the button is a perfect invitation to hide something. And I felt something bumpy. I would reach in and see what it is. This was hidden inside.
Yes! Yes! A full pistol! Yes! Yes! Hell yes!
A gun may be something that you'll think that can't be hidden there, but it can. And what happens not only when the person who is carrying this illegal gun is in possession of it, but also a child that comes into the room and plays on the bed, they find this gun. Let me tell you what a child would do. A child would take this gun, and because the trigger pull is so hard, they normally take the gun and they point it in their direction.
Oh my god, it's just a Tim and Eric skit. Holy shit. It's just fucking Tim and Eric skit. Oh my god. Small children are biologically designed to put the barrel of the gun in their mouth and pull a trigger. Holy shit. I can't believe this is real.
To pull down on it. So many gun accidents take place merely because a child discovers a gun in the room and believes it's a toy and they play with the gun. Just look and see what's inside your bookcases. It could be more than just books. Perfect place to hide cocaine or other illegal substance inside the room. My message to you, you have an obligation to protect your home. The First Amendment does not apply to the right of parents to go through their home.
This is unironically the funniest video that I've ever seen in my life.
To remove contraband.
This is the worst escape room I've ever seen. Holy shit, yes. Escape room idea, okay? You're trapped in like a late 90s recreation of a teenager's room with Mayor Eric Adams, and you have to follow his instructions. You have to work with him to get out of the room. Holy shit. The New Yorkers are mad. Some of the New Yorkers are like, we're better than Los Angeles. I don't know. LA didn't vote for Mayor Eric Adams. So I'm saying, you know, I don't even know who the mayor of LA is right now. Oh my God. New York Democrats during the primary vote.
I'll do the talking. Hey, I'm super flat.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, and cheese. Let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese.
It was just that bit extended over the entire day. They were too busy. New York Dems were too busy bragging about their public transportation before plugging their nose, putting on a hazmat suit, and wading down into their subway system.